Hello, all. We're week two. This is discussion 2.1, and the topic is the textbook and Nassau Code of Ethics mentions several legal and ethical issues unique to working with couples and families. Select two issues and briefly describe these in 3 to 5 sentences, then answer the following questions. Why are these issues so important to be aware of when working with couples and families? How could unethical practice negatively affect clients in a therapeutic process, and how would you address those issues? So I chose confidentiality and the secrets in family systems. This is something that we come past often, even with DSS, but when it comes down to family therapy and couples therapy, confidentiality, there's a thin line between like a breach of trust and confidentiality, due to you dealing with multiple people, and the information shared could affect the other one negatively, positively. There's no say in how it could affect the other party, knowing this information. But we have to be honest with the clients to our limitations in the beginning. We have to talk to them about disclosures and whether they'll be kept private. We have to talk about how we need informed consent. They have to consent to certain things being disclosed or talked about, and where to go. And without the clear guidelines, we can become the gatekeepers, or we could become like not the gate we can be the gatekeepers of sensitive information, but we can destabilize like their want or will to be in therapy, and we also we risk losing their trust. Other part of that is, the second one I chose is being neutral. We cannot take sides in this matter, and that's a human thing. When we hear certain things, we're like, ooh, and I know I've gotten to that point as well. But we have to maintain being neutral and avoiding alliance, like siding with mom or coming more at dad because of his ways. We have to look at him as a human, regardless if we feel as though he's wrong or not. And it warns against conflicts of interest. Nassau Code of Ethics does. And if my views are becoming a conflict, I need to address them, because we're not going to be able to help this family to reach their goals, whether they want to stay together or whether they want to divide, or whether they just want to talk this thing out and put it all out in the open. It is not our job to judge them or undermine the issue of the entire process. We're just a vessel, not even a mediator. We're supposed to guide the conversation and allow them to work through this process. We just want to make sure that when it comes down to it, these families don't feel judged or manipulated, or they don't feel unsafe. And I've been in situations where I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe. And what did I do? I had the trauma response of to protect myself, protect the way I viewed myself and the way others viewed myself, and it caused further conflict. So how can how could unethical practice negatively affect the clients in a therapeutic process? They can begin not only disliking me, but disliking each other through this process. They can begin, they can decide based on how my interaction is with them that they no longer want to be together, that they feel shamed, that they feel marginalized, that they don't need therapy anymore, or their bad experience with me could stop them from ever seeking help ever again. I think the main thing is making sure that these people are aware of the process, being open and honest to what it truly is. Because if we breach that confidentiality between them, say for instance, the husband doesn't want the wife to know that he has been cheating, and he feels guilty about it, but he doesn't want us to be involved in that situation, we will literally have to listen to him and encourage him through that process, and hope that at some point he'll be open and willing to talk to her about it, because it is not us to disclose that to the wife or vice versa. And how would I address these issues? I would address these issues by setting clear boundaries, expectations, informed consent, and showing them that this is a limited process, and that being open and honest is the only way that we can get through this. That I would never allow myself to, I want to say, handle secrets in a certain manner and betray their trust. I will maintain neutrality, like by basically balancing the questions, tracking my own transference or counter transference, and I will always seek supervision. That's one of the things that we need to make sure that we're constantly doing, seeking knowledge and supervision to get through these processes. I don't know about you all, but for me, I do not like being wrong. And in life, we're going to be wrong a few times, right? For me, I believe like I have to do everything to the best of my ability to ensure that I don't harm people further. And if I do, it eats me alive. Thank you all